I just cut up a package of boneless chicken thighs, which amazed me. It came out to what I need, 1 pound and 1 ounce over. I just cut up the boneless thighs with the fat. Now I'm going to grind it up, and that gives me 1 pound of ground chicken. Not using the breast because leg meat tastes better all the time. In the ground chicken is the salt and the smoked paprika. Mix that up. If you do it with your fingers, kind of squash the chicken. So I kind of cut into it with the spoon. You can use your hands if you want. Now we take this, and put the chicken in the non-stick pan, like so. Flatten it like it's a big pancake. And then we're not going to touch it. Put it on medium heat. Notice I didn't put any oil in there. Why? Because the thigh meat, look at all the white spots. What's that? Fat. So I don't have to add any more olive oil to it. But if you like the olive oil, you can put it in there. Now we leave this without touching it so the bottom gets crispy and it's cooked throughout. This is taking about, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. You see, it's like a pancake. And that's all the fat from the chicken. Now to get the top cooked, the bottom is crispy. You can see the edges are brown. Put the cover on there. That's only if you are making this with the chicken thighs with the fat. Otherwise, you have to put some olive oil and the breast of chicken in there. And do the same thing. Get it crispy on the bottom. And then it's done. Let's take a look at this. You don't want to go crazy and have it too dark, right? So lower the flame. Let's look at it. Nice and brown. Go back to medium. I'm going to cover it. As soon as that color turns a little more like the rest, we're done. Now very carefully, we're going to take this pancake looking thing and put it onto a plate. And what's in here we're going to leave because we're going to saute everything else in there just before it's time to eat. So let's take a look at the bottom of this. See if you get a picture. Okay, nice and brown. Then we're going to cut. I'm going to cut this up after it cools. So I think that was the most difficult part of the whole process. The rice is ready over here. 3 cups of cooked rice. All right, the next step is now there's the garlic, the onions, and we're going to put a little olive oil. That wasn't a lot. That's like about almost a tablespoon. And the olives. Then into this, we're going to put the kale. Now the kale that I have is, oh excuse me, is the type of kale that's very heavy. They have some kales that are nice and light, cook quickly, so I don't know which one you're going to get. But that's cooking. And now the kale. So the kale is going to have to shrivel up. Then I'm going to transfer this. I'm like, in a way, I'm deglazing it. I didn't just want to start all of this up in another pan, because this pan is not large enough to finish this meal. So we're getting all of that flavor out of it. And then I'm going to get the next pan. See, banging. Sorry about the banging, but you know what? That's what everybody does in their own home, so accept it. So let me shut this off for a minute, move the pan, get the bigger pan, throw that in. Now we'll take the rice. Is there enough banging? Now I'm not adding any salt to this. The pepper's in there already because the feta cheese and the olives are very salty. The kale is wilted. Where is that? Good old Za'atar. And the lemon juice and the orange zest. Just about done. And now just a little bit more oil. And to cut up pieces of and I am going to put in there a splash of water. Why? Because you're supposed to use a non-stick from the beginning to the end with this. and I don't have one large enough. So therefore, that takes care of that problem. We don't want to have the rice stuck into this pan, okay? Yeah, in 1 minute everything is now we take that, going to put it into this pan over here. And then finish it up. Smells good. What's left to put in there? The feta cheese. We like feta cheese, so therefore I'm using that much. And then the dill, just throw the dill around. We like dill also. And that is it. Let's take a good look at that. Let me see. Very nice. Hope you enjoy it.